So we've spent a bit of time already talking about the order of operations, grouping, exponents, multiplicative operations, and additive operations. Well, we're going to throw things off a little bit already. We're going to start to give you exceptions to those rules. And we're going to work our way up. So, properties of addition. We're going to use these terms. This is full of terminology. We're going to use these words, these terms a lot. Essentially, what it means is alternatives to some of those order of operations. But they're powerful. They allow us to be flexible with our numbers, which is really good. And so for properties of addition, I have three that I need to share with you. And so we're going to need to know these words. The first one is commutative. Commutative. And when I think of that word, I look at the root word, which is commute. And I think of how I go, when I wasn't teaching from home, how I would go to work, right? I would go in one direction to work, and then I would turn around and come the other way home. That's my commute. When we are adding numbers, we can do the same thing. Using an example, I could say that 4 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 4. Notice how they're turned around, right? We flip them around in addition sign. That's called the commutative property of addition. We can add numbers in either order, and we're going to get the same answer. They both give us 9. In sort of an algebraic way, and we're going to talk about variables more a little bit later, but variables can represent any number. They're letters that represent a number. We can say a plus b equals b plus a, right? And that's going to be true for any real number. Okay, that's the commutative property. The next one is called the associative. The associative property. And again, I think about that root word, associate. Who do you like to associate with, right? So if you've got a couple people around you, right? So this is you, and my beautiful drawing, even a smiling face, and you've got a couple other people over here, right? You've got somebody on either side of you. Do you want to associate yourself with this person, or would you rather associate yourself with this person? That's what associate means, and numbers do the same thing. So, if we're adding three numbers, let's say we have 5 plus 3 plus 7, and we need to add those three numbers. If you think about the order of operations, didn't we say when we're adding, we always go from left to right? So we would add these first two numbers first to get 8, and then we would add 7 on top of that. Well, the associative property says it's okay if you actually don't add them from left to right. It's okay if you want to add the 3 and the 7 first. You can go out of order a little bit. Think about what the word associate means. Who does the 3 want to associate itself with? The 5 or the 7? It can go either way. And what you'll find is that the associative property is nice if you want to try to add to make nice numbers. I'd rather add 3 and 7 because 3 and 7 makes 10. It's a nice benchmark number. And then I can add the 5 to get 15. But the thing is, it's okay either way. Right, Yeti? Yeti says it's okay too. So that's the associative property. If you want to see it in algebraic form, it looks like this. 3 different numbers, a, b, and c, a plus b plus c, is equal to the same 3 numbers, a plus b plus c, and all we change is where the parentheses go, right? What we want to group. Do I want to group the a and the b, or do I want to group the b and the c? It doesn't matter. It's okay either way. The final property we need to talk about for addition properties is the additive identity. My cat really wants my attention. The additive identity. And so this is, if when I go to class and teach this, this is the day I always wear my Batman socks because, spoiler alert, Batman is Bruce Wayne. He has a secret identity. Okay, identity is who you are, and so when we are adding numbers, this is one of these things that seems obvious. If I take a number and I add 0, what do I get? That number. If I add 0, I get the same thing that I started with. Any number, A, we'll call it A, plus 0 is equal to A. And this is where you might be saying, duh, that's obvious. Yeah, it is obvious, but it is a mathematical fact that it's a property, right? It's like a mathematical law. It's going to be helpful for doing other things. And so I'm going to be coming back to this and reminding of this additive identity property. So you might be asked a question, what is the identity property of addition, or what is, or we'd say 0, right? 0 is the additive identity number, right? It's the number that when we add it to something, we get the same thing. So there we go. Our 3 addition properties: commutative, associative, and the additive identity property.